What does it mean to be a good neighbor? Respectful, considerate, kind. You may be dealing with someone living next door who isn't any of those things. Maybe the exact opposite. You had so many questions for our etiquette expert, Julie Blake-Como. We have brought her back for more advice for anyone living with difficult neighbors. Julie, great to see you.
Nice to see you too, Kelsey. And I did get lots of emails.
So in your opinion, what does it mean to be a good neighbor? How can one person ensure they're being respectful of those living around them?
You mentioned the word considerate, that you're going to consider that you're probably going to be there for a long time. So you want it to be as easy as possible, as fluid as possible. And it's about setting the expectations, letting them know ahead of time what's happening in your life that may disrupt, that may even blow up that bubble that they have. And you also want to be respectful of their privacy and their property.
Okay, we're going to role play a couple situations here for our viewers. We're going to start with the nosy neighbor. How do you respond when they start to invade your privacy with all those great questions like, when are you going to get married? When are you having kids? How much money you make? What do you say?
Yeah, there are different ways of answering those. So you can always use humor. So if they ask about your age, you could say something like, oh, today I feel like I'm 20. How much do you make? You could say, I'm doing okay, but you could ask a question in return. Do you have any tips? And, one of my favorites, Kelsey, is to say something like, I'm a pretty private person and I'd like to keep that to myself. Or I also like to say, oh, you're making me blush. I think I'm going to keep that one for me. Oh. So you have a few selection here.
Those are some great options. I can just feel the anxiety in my stomach with all of your suggestions because it's difficult to deal with these confrontations. What about a confrontation where someone asks to borrow things all the time but then never returns them? How do you talk to them about setting maybe a personal policy? What does that mean?
It's always appropriate, first of all, for you to go and knock on the door and to retrieve whatever is yours, whatever the object is, always appropriate. And that personal policy, you make a decision that you will not lend your tools anymore. You have to make sure, though, that you do it for all the neighbors, because if they see that tool at the neighbor's place, well, then you could be into trouble. So you can say, I'm having a hard time keeping track of my tools. I've decided that I will not be lending anymore. Or, Kelsey, I think most Canadians will like this one. I've decided that when I'm going to lend my tools, I'm going to come along and offer some help. So, John, how about next Saturdays? Next Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, I could be there with my whippersnipper or whatever it is that John wanted.
It's a package deal. My tool comes with me. Last but not least, I think a lot of people spent the last couple of years really making their backyards nice. Not everybody got the menu or the memo. Imagine you look into your neighbor's backyard, it looks like this. What do you do when all of that starts to spill over into your backyard experience? How do you talk to them?
First of all, you probably want to go and do your research. A lot of municipal bylaws will protect you for that. Being an eyesore, or even when, like those creepy crawlers, they come and they start to invade your lawn. Some types of bushes, shrubs are now forbidden because they can make a lot of damage as far as their roots go, and they can come and invade your policy. And then once you know that that's there, or maybe it's not even there, it's not even part of a bylaw, you're going to go and talk to your neighbor and state the facts. This is what's happening to our lawn. This is the damage that is being done. Is there something that we can do about it? And here, too, you probably want to be very Canadian and offer some help, only if you feel like it. You don't have to, but that could be one way of getting the process started, of getting those roots displaced somewhere else.
Julie, it is always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for helping us navigate these challenging situations.
Take care, Kelsey.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.